Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's episode, we're going to be diving into the Kenobi series and about Dave Filoni joining the writing team. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee.
I have spoken.
Hello there to all of the returning subscribers, but if you're new to the channel and you're just finding me for the first time, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on this video and any other video from the channel that you check out, and be sure to hit that notification bell so that the bell is completely filled in, as this is the way you will never miss a new video the second it goes live.
Do it.
So over the last couple of weeks, Kenobi has been getting a lot of attention in the Star Wars community, mainly after the rumor that it was first cancelled and then suspended indefinitely, and then now that it's looking like it's going to be rewritten, and then Ewan McGregor addressed it and says he doesn't know anything about it and that they just want to take a look at the scripts after The Rise of Skywalker's come out and make sure that they're all up to snuff. I covered both of those things in detail earlier on the channel. You can go check out the Kenobi playlist on the channel if you want to see the whole, from the beginning, Kenobi series dating back a couple of years up to now. But what we're going to be looking at in today's video is an article from Variety about Dave Filoni possibly joining the crew for Kenobi. And that's what we're going to take a look at, an article from Variety written by Joe Otterson and Elaine Lowe. After Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi delay, is the Force still strong with Disney+? Very editorialized title, but let's take a look at it anyway, as it is new information for us. Quote, "The issues on Disney Plus's Obi-Wan Kenobi series are another minor stumble or portent or trouble ahead, depending on who you ask." It was reported on Thursday that series writer was no longer attached to the project as Disney wished to overhaul the scripts. The move led to pre-production in London being put on hold, with the start of production delayed from August 2020 to January 2021. Ewan McGregor, who is set to reprise his role as Kenobi in the series, told Variety late Thursday that the changes are not really as dramatic as it might seem. "I think the scripts are great," Ewan said at the Birds of Prey premiere. "They're in really good shape. They want them to be better. I think we keep our same air date. All good." But the Kenobi series has already seemed set since last summer. Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy said, "We have all the scripts written. We're ready to start shooting next year," when she officially announced the series alongside Ewan in D23 in August. The exact air date is a question mark as well. Given the delay, it is reasonable to assume that the Kenobi series will not be anywhere near ready for viewers until the end of next year. In the way of premiere dates, then, the only new Lucasfilm episodes that are bound for Disney Plus in 2020 are the animated Star Wars The Clone Wars. Its 7th and final season will debut with weekly episodes on February 21st, and Season 2 of The Mandalorian, which creator Jon Favreau has said will debut in fall 2020 and is currently in production. And multiple sources tell Variety that it would be safe to assume that Rogue One prequel series, centered on Diego Luna's Cassian Andor, will premiere in 2021. It's worth pointing out that while it's not ideal for a writer to exit, such a shift in development is not uncommon for television and film productions. So now we've moved on past all of the editorializing and we're actually into the real meat of the article. Any number of shows and movies have undergone drastic changes during the writing process. Hits like Game of Thrones and Star Trek have gone so far as to either reshoot major portions of it or entirely reshoot their pilots for various reasons. Star Trek even famously incorporated the original pilot into the two-part episode during its first season. The question now becomes who will be brought in to replace the writer. According to industry sources, Disney is already exploring several possibilities, but nothing official has taken place as of yet. Given the nature of the project, the company will no doubt have the pick of the litter in terms of bringing in a well-known writer and showrunner. One obvious solution would be to bring in someone of The Mandalorian aside from Deborah Chow, who directed multiple episodes of The Mandalorian and will direct all of the Kenobi series. Two potential solutions could be Dave Filoni and Christopher Yost, who both wrote episodes of The Mandalorian, with Filoni also directing 2 of them. Filoni is well known for his work on multiple Star Wars animated series, with Star Wars The Clone Wars in particular heavily featuring Kenobi as a character. Yost has a long history of working with the Marvel Universe and also wrote multiple episodes of the animated series Star Wars Rebels, which was co-created by Filoni. One thing that could prevent Yost from joining the Kenobi series, however, is his work on a current show on Netflix, which was itself put on hiatus after the star broke his leg. Expectations are high as for anything Star Wars, particularly projects premiering on Disney's new entertainment platform, which is vying with a bevy of streaming competitors for customer dollars. Are 2 fresh seasons of Lucasfilm series enough to appeal to subscribers this year? There's a great deal more TV shows and movies that on one service, of course, and Disney's massive content library is nothing to sneeze at. But by mid-2020, there will be more than half a dozen strong streaming services on the market and only so many customers to go around. Furthermore, sellers are unclear whether Disney Plus wants more adult-skewing action fare to complement the Star Wars and Marvel brands, given that most, if not all, the other content on Disney Plus is very family-focused. The perception remains that more adult shows will find a home on Hulu. Despite the Obi-Wan delay, it's not all bad news in the way of production updates. Certain Disney Plus series are experiencing quite the opposite. Marvel's WandaVision, for instance, is moving up its premiere from 2021 to 2020. But after the behind-the-scenes issues on standalone Star Wars films like Rogue One and Solo, the Mouse House is no doubt feeling cautious about rushing another property into the franchise of the market. Disney Chairman and CEO Bob Iger has repeatedly said that the company is now taking a less is more approach to Star Wars projects, given that 5 films and 1 series have been released since 2015. And the 30,000-foot question in the heated streaming times centers on how the Star Wars franchise and its Marvel and Pixar brethren can continue to grow in interest in Disney Plus, a competitively priced that's already attracted an estimated 24 million US subscribers by the end of its debut month. Okay, so if you cut through all of the fluff of that and all of the business aspect of it, they're suggesting that Variety has several sources that are suggesting that Dave Filoni and Christopher Yost are going to become attached to the Kenobi series. And the main thing that I think is important to take away is not so much Christopher Yost, but Dave Filoni himself. It's no secret that within the last couple of years, I guess the last 2 years or so, everything Dave Filoni touches seems to work really well. And everything that he's been involved in has been well received by the hardcore fans and a majority of casual fans who tune in to watch the animated series as well. And the thing to note is that if Dave Filoni is attached to this, that is going to speak volumes for the future of Star Wars content on Disney Plus. Not only was Dave Filoni involved with the Clone Wars since before the takeover of the Disney powerhouse that it is, but it would also be a good thing for Disney to do if they want to continue to draw more of the hardcore Star Wars fans and those who are still attached to the EU over to the Team Disney aspect of Star Wars. Putting Dave Filoni in and giving him more creative control of the future of Star Wars would be a great way in order for Star Wars fans to feel more safe and secure about the future of all Star Wars content coming out in the future. So, rumor has been swirling around that I haven't actually covered this in depth yet, but I plan to do it in sometime this week, that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are going to be taking more head roles in the Star Wars aspect of future content creation. While Jon Favreau currently has his hands full with The Mandalorian, it's no doubt that he's likely going to be asked and questioned about potential upcoming projects and his opinions on it, as is Dave Filoni. And I would not be surprised at all if within the next couple of weeks we get an actual announcement saying that Dave Filoni has officially joined the writing crew for Kenobi to help check out the scripts, help to beef them up a little bit. And so I wouldn't be surprised to see that at all. I wouldn't be surprised to see that, especially since the Clone Wars, his current project, has been finished up, and along with Rebels also being finished up. So Dave Filoni's clearly not going anywhere in the Star Wars world, so it would only make sense for him to join the writing crew of Kenobi. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching, God bless you, and the Force be with you. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it!
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.